Don't you know that not listening to the Shenmue AM2 podcast is way uncool?
Welcome to a special video episode of the Shenmue AM2 podcast. We're your hosts Andrew
and Matt,
and we are showing off our collections. People have been asking, so we are showing. So we're going to do Matt's here at his house, and then mine at my house. So without further ado, let's kick it off.
Okay. Here's a few things we have in common. Mostly because you bought these for me. There's a couple strategy guides. These are Prima. They're both Prima? Yep. Both Prima. Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2. You got those at a what? Used?
A buddy gave me this one, and that one I found at a Valley Village.
Cool.
Which is like a thrift shop here in Canada.
This one, a Japanese strategy guide that you kind of got it for free almost.
Yeah, an eBayer refunded me my money, but then it showed up like a month later.
And we both have this as well. Yours isn't open though, so I'll show mine the inside of it.
This is neat.
Blue. It's a blue record.
We might have different ones.
Yeah? I thought you said you had the blue one.
I have the blue one that's like wavy, random.
Wavy. Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's just pure blue. There's this, which was homemade by a coworker of yours.
Yeah.
For me.
We made one.
That's the correct side, I think.
For James as well. He has Shenhua. And I have Rio.
That's from the VMU Shenmue 2 save files. Obviously a copy of Shenmue 2 on Xbox. Nothing big there. This is Shenmue Japanese version.
The limited edition one.
Is it limited edition?
Yep.
Because of the jukebox?
Yep. I love the Heartbeats bar logo on that.
Yeah. Alright, there's my copy of the original Shenmue, which surprisingly you don't have, do you?
No, I only have the limited edition of the North American one.
Yeah. And then my import copy of Shenmue 2, the only game I ever imported, I think. The corner of it is broke.
Those cases are so bad for the PAL ones.
Yeah. And I guess I'm wearing something here. The Shenmue insert coin hoodie. Mine's starting to get all fucked up. I don't know if you can see the sleeve is all just torn apart. And then this shirt. This Jet Cola shirt.
Those Shenmue regulation glasses.
Shenmue, yeah. And then another insert coin piece of clothing. Leather jacket. It's pretty comfy. It's, yeah, that fake leather that it just starts cracking and peeling. It's happening around the collar. So both of my Shenmue Rio jacket replica things are in bad shape. Toss them over there. There's my original soundtrack. Now, how come you don't have this yet?
I don't know. It has gotten insanely expensive, I think. You used to be able to buy them dirt cheap on eBay with the is that the orchestral?
No.
There was it was always on eBay. This and there's an orchestral version, and you used to be able to get them together, relatively very inexpensively priced.
Where'd my wallet go? There's my wallet. Why do I have my wallet in? Well,
to show me your bus pass. To give me your credit card.
That's because I have these cards here, which are authenticity cards for the two first four figures statues. I guess I can't remember what you even do with these. You register them online, and it's like, hey, we know that you have number 220 out of whatever it was, but
these things are awesome.
The first one I got was Rio.
Gonna take your wallet here, Matt.
Yeah. There's the box.
The box is awesome looking. I just want to say.
there's the Rio that was in the box.
And Matt has the exclusive edition. Is that what it's called?
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it's like the little bit more expensive, and he's standing on the mirror instead of like the road.
Yeah, then this one's the Phoenix mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other one was just like almost looked like the road going up to a sidewalk.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Something like that. And then grab that box there. Then this one came out like, I think it was like a year later. He was all alone for a year. Got the Londi statue.
The write-ups on the back of the boxes are pretty neat too.
Yeah. Did you read them? What did they say?
Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior. Londi. And then it has quite an extensive write-up here.
Yep.
The boxes for these things are so huge, but they have to be to protect them in shipping.
Now here's Londi. As you can see, these mirrors do not match at all, which is pretty disappointing. Like if they don't look like the same thing. I don't know which one looks more accurate though. I think it's something in between the two of them would be accurate.
The coloring on this one, the green maybe, I don't know. I think it's somewhere in between.
But this guy, you can't do anything with him, but for some reason, with this guy, you can go, you can rip his arm off. It's magnetic. Whoops. Magnetic. Magnetic. There. Yeah. Like, gets sucked in there a little bit. I underestimated the power.
You're gonna break his thumb off.
And then, yeah, he can also do this. His two famous poses. Magnets.
Yeah, bitch, magnets. So these things are awesome. I do not have either of these in my collection.
And now they're just astronomically more expensive than the already ridiculous price I paid for them when they were new.
Yeah, I want to
Kill me and take them.
Can we just, on camera right now, say if either of us die...
You can have my Shenmue stuff if I die.
When? I'll allow you to die. Like someone who's giving his Shenmue stuff to me.
I think that's it for my stuff. My collection is much smaller than yours.
But you have the two big...
I got the two big...
The big ticket items.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't have either of them. I think these things look so badass. I'm not like a figure collector guy. Matt has oodles of Transformers over here. But yeah, I'm jealous. Especially Londi. I think he looks better of the two figures.
Yeah. Just like the in-game model looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, want to zoom over to your place?
Let's hop over to my place right now. So now we'll take a look at my collection. I guess we'll start with the games.
Yours is more impressive than mine. I'm jealous.
Yeah, but you have the big stuff. You have the statues. I don't have... Well, spoiler, I don't have the statues. But I do have some pretty cool stuff. We'll start out with some demos. Now, the time of this is... the time that we're recording this isn't great, because I just ordered demo discs 15 and 16 from the original Xbox magazine, because they have apparently two different Shenmue 2 playable demos. But for demos, I do have the North American Dreamcast magazine official one.
Is that the very first demo?
No, it is demo number... It's volume 8. It also has...
the very first Shenmue demo. Was there an earlier Shenmue demo?
I think it is the first Shenmue demo. Maybe not actually the first, because the demo might have been released somewhere else. But that came with the official Dreamcast magazine. It also has Jet Grind Radio on it.
Great game.
Echo the Dolphin. Then I also have Dream On Volume 15, which is the... I almost said PAL version of the magazine. The UK version of the magazine. I think this has Jet Grind Radio on it too. Or Jet Set Radio there. So there's that. a game called Kakuto Chojin. This might be hard to find because it was recalled over some weird chanting in it. Kind of like Ocarina of Time or whatever.
Arabic chanting?
Yeah, something like that. I found a store called Bull Moose in Portland, Maine. They had like 6 or 7 of these sealed. Sealed? It has a demo of Shenmue 2 on it. I think there was a few original Xbox games that had some demos on it.
Is that on a separate disc?
Nope, it's right on that disc.
Really?
And speaking of Xbox games that had Shenmue 2 demos on it, this is the Jet Set Radio Sega GT 2002.
I have that. That had a Shenmue demo on it?
It has a Shenmue demo on it.
Don't remember.
Yeah, it's a demo, I'm pretty sure. There's a couple other demos we'll come back to in a minute. Some cameos. Project X Zone 2. He's not a playable character in this, he's like an assist.
That's the sole reason I didn't buy it. I was like, Rio's in it? I'm gonna buy it. And then I found out he's an assist character. I'm not gonna buy it.
I have never played it. Next we have a little stack here.
He's even on the
He's
cover.
on the cover. He's dead center of the cover, too.
I know.
He's on the marquee.
Right next to Ooh La La.
One more time, say that.
Ooh La La.
Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
It's a mouthful.
For the DS. He is a playable character in it.
And those bastards cut him out for the next one.
Except for PC.
Yeah.
Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on the Nintendo Wii.
My goodness.
Sonic and All-Stars Racing with Banjo-Kazooie on the 360.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in all of them. I also have that on my iPhone as well, but who cares about stupid mobile games?
I bought one piece of digital Shenmue
for the Xbox, the
original Xbox for my avatar. Yeah, I bought the Shenmue outfit for my avatar.
That was the very first thing I did when I bought my Xbox 360. And the only reason I bought an Xbox 360 was to backwards compatible play Shenmue 2. Mm-hmm. The kid had it, whoever owned it prior, there was parental settings on it that I had to have deleted, which was a chore in itself. But the very first thing I did was go in and buy the Shenmue Ryo Hazuki thing.
I think he had Forklift DLC too, which I also bought.
Yes, there is Forklift DLC in the PS3 and Xbox 360 version, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And then he's a DLC character in the
PC version of Part 2.
PC version of Part 2. Yes.
I like that game better than Mario Kart. Come at me.
The Shenmue AM2 podcast does not endorse Matt's opinions.
I do. On half of us.
Then, as we mentioned earlier, ESPN NFL football with a mean, badass-looking Warren Sapp on the cover. He is an unlockable character in that. This is the game I did it on. This is the $5 sealed version of this that I somehow miraculously found.
You're dedicated, man.
I'm still looking for the PS2 version. Have not found it. Let's hop into the games. Shenmue 2, PAL Xbox version. It has the movie in it. I panic every time I open this. I'm like, where's the movie? They did it weird. It's on some double peg DVD case.
So this is the UK box?
Yeah, it's pretty much identical except it has that ugly black frame around it. I think there's actually a couple versions of the PAL version because of languages.
Is the Xbox
no.
It's not region free? Okay.
No. Then I have my copy of Shenmue 2 for the Xbox.
Now, how many copies of that do you have?
I have one. My wife has gotten 3 for Christmas. Unfortunately, because the value of this game has drastically increased, I can't do that every year.
I'm sure she's so sad.
There was one year where I just rewrapped it. But these are all complete except one's missing the book. Next up, I have Shenmue 1 PAL version.
Oh.
This is the version to play, because you can continue your save file to Shenmue 2 PAL version. These cases are terrible.
Mine broke.
Mine, I bought it. One of them was already broke.
What? Really?
I may just get a shitty PAL game and just swap the case.
Yeah, you should.
Next up, we have.
My wife broke mine. She dropped it right in the corner.
And she's still your wife?
She's still my wife. That was her one and only strike, though.
Japanese version of Shenmue 1. Japanese version of Shenmue 2. Limited edition of Japanese Shenmue 1
With the
jukebox.
jukebox.
Limited edition Japanese Shenmue 2 with the Virtua Fighter passport discs.
Virtua Fighter passport discs.
Yeah.
What is that?
The history of Virtua Fighter. And then some weird passport disc.
I didn't know about this.
What?
I don't think I knew about this. It's like a documentary on Virtua Fighter?
Kind of. And he calls himself a fan. Hang your head in shame. Virtua Fighter 3TB, the Japanese version, and this is because it has the Project Berkeley disc, which we need to do something on this.
What's on that?
What?
What's on the Project Berkeley disc?
It's making of Shenmue, but like we've seen this.
Is it like uploaded somewhere?
Oh yeah, it's on the
Okay.
YouTubes.
They've probably seen it.
Calls himself a Shenmue fan. Make sure you're in the shot here. And limited edition North American Shenmue 1. Me and all of my wise, whatever you want to call it, went to put this in the car. And I forgot something in the house. I put it on the armrest, the jukebox CD. And then when I got back in the car, I leaned on the armrest and cracked the jukebox CD.
No.
So, if anyone out there has a spare, you'll notice I don't actually have a regular version of the first Shenmue.
Why the hell not?
I don't know. So those are my games.
Beat ya. I have the original.
So, sorry if we shifted there. You'll see everything's gone. I also have the What Shenmue demo. This thing's awesome. This you can actually pick up on, I almost said YouTube, on eBay, pretty cheap. It has a lot of differences too in Dbuita. It's pretty neat.
Like different shops or?
No, just like you can, there's, people ride bikes, you can kneel down.
Yeah, I remember the kneeling thing.
Some characters from Shenmue 2 are actually in it. I also have Shenmue US. Some of the best box art of any game of all time, I think.
Yeah.
This is Japanese version of the game with English words in it.
Words. Dubbing.
English dubbing. English words. Let's get into some merch now. I have the shirt Matt's wearing, only in a much larger size that still doesn't fit me.
Oh.
I also have, or my wife has, the forklift racing shirt. And I have the tiger shirt as well. It's just a tiger that's on the back of the jacket. Shenmue 1, Chapter 1, Yokosuka soundtrack. This is from Data Discs. They do some awesome stuff. Everything they've released so far has been Saga too, hasn't it?
I'm not sure. After I got that, I just kind of stopped following them. I'm like, that's all I'll need.
Hopefully they do a Shenmue 2.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I don't necessarily like about these. Do you have the blue one as well?
Yes.
So there's a black one, a blue one, and then like a custom. They drop the vinyl in, and however it lands. so they're all unique. Those are the ones that Matt and I each have, but the box or the sleeve, they all look the same, so there's no way to tell. But this is the limited edition, more expensive.
Blue one?
I'm better than you one. So that's that. Next up is the little VMU. What are these things called?
The save file.
No, the actual art thing.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's escaping me. Perler art. Perler art is what they're called. We had one of these custom made. I have one. As you saw in Matt's video, he has one. And we had one made for
James,
and we had him on the podcast, and his was Shenmue. L'Odyssée de Shenmue. This is a book about Shenmue. It's Spanish, to my knowledge. Je ne parle en espagnol. I think I just said I don't speak Spanish in French.
I think so.
Cool thing to have. You can get it on Amazon. Neat little book.
I've never seen this.
There's a few versions of it too. There's a limited edition that I think has a red cover.
Cedric Biscay. So this must be pretty new, huh?
I've had it for about a year. Mine has a bit of a defect in the back. The back page is glued shut.
I expected more pictures.
There's a few at the end, but it's neat. Reading material. Official Dreamcast magazine, North American version, the Shenmue 1 review, and the
10 out of 10, right?
10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5.
Okay.
I think.
Good.
And then the PAL UK version of the first one as well. I love how it says, if your cover disc is missing, please consult your news agent. And it's just Ryo holding Ine-san when she's laying on the lawn.
Isn't that... That's Fuku-san.
Or Fuku-san. Whatever, they're all the same.
Racist.
That's not what I meant. Player's guides. Standard, generic, North American Prima Player's Guide. My sealed secret section is no longer sealed. That's a pretty cool idea, though, for stopping spoilers.
Yeah.
I have the only Xbox Player's Guide for Shenmue 2. It's a North American Prima one as well. Not a great book, but I might do a video on those, kind of review them. The Versus Shenmue 1 Complete Guide, or Perfect Guide.
That looks like it's in good condition.
Not bad. It has the poster still in it. There's actually two versions of this. There's a Blockbuster Video exclusive version. Has a little Blockbuster logo, and it came with a set of trading cards in it. I didn't know that existed till a few months ago. Now let's do some Japanese ones. Excuse me. This is KG Books. It's a relatively thin one for Shenmue 1. Again, I'm going to review all of these at some point in time. Enterbrain, Shenmue 2 Japanese guidebook. Pretty neat. Relatively thin compared to some of the other ones that you'll see in a moment. Dengeki. Shenmue 1 strategy guide. Again, relatively thin, doesn't go a whole lot in depth. Neat artwork on the back. And then the Dengeki Shenmue 2.
Much thicker.
A bit thicker.
Probably double.
You'll see, if you see photos of these, sometimes there's a third or second slipcover that goes over this one. This one still has the poster in it as well.
Is that a Zhu Ying poster?
It is.
Give it to me.
You'll see them. A lot of them have a slipcover over the bottom part of them. I do have a slipcover on a couple of them. So that one's neat. Then, probably the two of the three best ones.
I like how you're taking all these out of a turkey box.
They're in a turkey box. Matt and my wife work for a company where you get free turkey at Christmas time. And the boxes, they're like banker's boxes. They're a sturdy box.
They hold a turkey.
Yeah, I mean... No. Yeah, I have like 5 of them floating around. And they come with the same generic Christmas card every year. These are the SoftBank Shenmue 1 and 2 Japanese guides.
Oh, those are snazzy looking.
These are snazzy. Quite a bit thicker. This one I have the bottom quarter slipcover as well. Woo. See that there? These are pretty in-depth. Again, I don't speak or read Japanese, but I can tell just by the pictures in them. They have a map, and this still has a like registration card with it. They're pretty neat. These, I think, are 2 of the 3 best guides. And they kind of have a uniform appearance as well.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It is nice.
Then what I consider probably to be the best one, they didn't make one of these for Shenmue 1 to my knowledge, but this is a fairly thick book. I have a slipcover on this one as well. This is what it looks like without it. But it's all over the place as well. There's like advertisements in it for like about the Zippo lighters that you can collect in the game, but it actually looks like a magazine ad. It's really really neat, but the artwork is all over the place in this thing. And it has like a strategy guide in it for Space Harrier and one for the other games that are in it. Afterburner and Hang On, that's the word I was looking for. There are a couple strategy guides I still don't have. They are really hard to find. This one is another Enterbrain one. This one is not good. It's one of the more expensive ones. It's just...
How can you tell it's not good?
Well, the whole book is 160 pages. And from page 72 to 77 covers the actual gameplay. The rest is just all characters and storylines and all about the shops, which I guess is neat from a player's guide. If you're using this to help you progress through the game, it'd be terrible. But from an actual covering the stuff in the game, it's fantastic. And then the Shenmue 2 Premiere Guide. This one is the most recent one that I got. It's very sought after. It's really going up in price, I think, because it's the one that Yu Suzuki had in the video. It's the worst one of them all. I do not understand why people want this. It's cool to have as a souvenir, but it stops. The player's guide part stops when the guy tries to make you pay for the picture and Joy gives it to you for free.
That's the end of the
player's guide.
The hell?
It covers all of the other stuff. There's like a little write-up about Yu Suzuki in the back, and it's got some cool artwork in it. And it has a lot of Shenmue 1 in it as well. I have the mail card registration card for that one as well. But it is weird. The last player's guide I want to talk about is, not many people know this exists, I don't think, it was a supplement to an unofficial Dreamcast magazine in Europe. It's called The Complete A to Z of Dreamcast Games, free with issue 20. But I noticed when I was poking around on eBay, it says, including Shenmue, the complete guide in the VMU screen. And it's about 143 pages. The last few pages are just a generic, one of those code books from like the 90s and 2000s. But it has a full Shenmue walkthrough, even like character profiles at the start.
It's really random.
And I picked it up for like $4, I think, plus a few dollars for shipping. And then probably the holy grail of my collection, the pièce de résistance. I have a copy of What Shenmue Famitsu Prize Edition. This was you got this through a contest, I think. I don't know a whole lot about it from Famitsu magazine. It's a Japanese video game magazine. Apparently this thing's pretty rare. I bought it years ago on eBay and didn't pay a whole lot for it. It's probably gone up in value.
Like everything else.
You don't see it a whole lot.
And how many do you think there are?
Adam Korlick did a video. Check him out on YouTube, by the way. Of his Shenmue collection or Dreamcast collection, and he thinks there's about 60 of them. I think it would be more because based on what I paid for it, that doesn't necessarily reflect what it should be. And then one last item. Got a box from Japan. Cover any addresses.
Have you not opened this yet?
I have. I got the Sacred Spot map.
Ooh.
Now you might see that because there are two versions of this, and I did get both.
I expected something smaller, like an actual guidebook that a tourist would have, not like a full-size comic book type thing. Oh, you got multiples?
I got you a set too.
Oh, thanks, bud.
So
What do you mean by set?
what?
Are they identical, or are they like two
One's the
parts
Japanese, one's the English.
Oh.
So this here's the Japanese version. This here's the English version, and then it opens up to all of these locations.
Cool.
Then there's a history of Shenmue 1 and a bit of Shenmue 2. And on the back, there's some food places and some naval bases.
I don't know if I could follow this if I was there or not.
It actually has a map, too, of, like...
The highway?
The highway, I think, from the bus stop. Big thanks to Switch for obviously getting these for me. I did not fly to Japan secretly. But yeah. So,
Thanks, Switch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome.
I'm catching up thanks to you.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll probably do a few more videos in the future. And yeah, we don't have a sponsor for this video. Rats.
This booze.
Yeah, to alcohol.
See ya.